Hi, my name is Annie. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you are a returner here, thank you so much for continuing to come back. In this video, I'm just gonna do a really cozy reading vlog. I've been really struggling with reading lately and have definitely been in a bit of a book slump. So I just want to do things that feel enjoyable and really relish in my reading. I don't want to feel like I'm forcing myself to read. I don't want to rush through any books because it's been really exhausting to try to force myself to read at least a little bit every day, and I've been reading a lot of books I haven't really enjoyed. But that being said, I'm starting a book that should be hopefully a favorite of mine because I really enjoyed the first book in this series. So currently I am reading Bookshops and Bonedust by Travis Baldree, and he wrote Legends and Lattes, and this is a sequel prequel to that. So I'm excited for it. I haven't started it yet, but I think it should be good because I enjoyed book one very much, and I think that this book is kind of perfect for like the cozy going into fall vibe. It's the end of August right now, and I'm getting really excited for fall. I was asking my friends, can I decorate for Halloween yet? And I feel like I had a mixed response, but I would love to decorate for Halloween. That being said, outside of reading this book, I'm gonna continue listening to the audiobook that I'm listening to, which is Dune. I really enjoy the audiobook for Dune. It feels very elaborate and is a lot more developed than a lot of other audiobooks. There is a huge cast of voice actors, and every character has their own voice actor, which I really enjoy. So yeah, I'm just gonna be reading that. I have to go take my cat to get groomed later, so I might stop by a cafe after that. That is where you'll probably see me next. Bye! Okay, I'm back in my car now because Robot's grooming appointment is almost over, and I just want to make sure that I'm like ready to go and can get him in his carrier and back home as soon as possible, because I know that this is all really anxiety inducing for cats. They have no clue what's going on, and I also have no idea how his behavior might have been at the groomer. I know when he goes to the vet, particularly when he got neutered, we had notes about him having behavior problems, so I just want to make sure I'm ready to go with the groomer. But the cafe was really nice. I really liked the ambiance in there, and my drink was good. They gave it to me in a metal cup, which was nice, so it stayed really cold. I just got like an iced chai, but I really enjoyed it in there. I only got like 10 pages into Bookshops and Bonedust. I'm 22 pages in. So far, it's a very different tone than Legends and Lattes. It just feels very different. Viv is so clearly interested in adventuring and has not retired at this point in time, but I do like that vibe. It does give like the more typical like fantasy adventure vibe so far. I can tell that it's totally gonna be very cozy and very sweet. I love this little mouse guy on the cover. So I'm enjoying it so far. I'm just gonna probably read for a little bit in my car until I get called to go get Robot, and then we're gonna go home. Hopefully, if I can find parking. If not, then I'm gonna drop off Robot and I'm gonna go get myself lunch somewhere. So, see you wherever I'm next. Big news is that I found parking, so I don't have to go get lunch somewhere else, and I will get to have my Mexican street corn pasta salad that my friend recommended the recipe for like a month ago, and I finally got to make. So I'm gonna eat lunch, hopefully read a little bit more this afternoon, evening, and just like kind of relax and enjoy my day. So see you later. Okay, Robot and I are all back from the groomers. He's been very cuddly and not really wanting to be away from me. So I think me and him are just gonna chill and read in bed and have some good cuddle time so that he feels like that I still Love him, even though I took him somewhere very scary. But he was the bravest boy ever, weren't you, buddy? Oh, he's like, let go of me, please. So yeah, we're gonna have some cuddle time and read a little bit. Right, buddy? Right? Okay. So I've gotten to about page 50 in Bookshops and Bonedust, and I am really hungry, so I'm gonna make a snack, thinking some apples and peanut butter. Unfortunately, Robot really will not leave me alone. He really wants attention right now, but that's good because he smells good since he was just groomed, and he's all soft and very silky, and his nails don't hurt me anymore. So yeah, he and I are gonna spend some time together. He's gonna watch me make my apples, and then I will get back to reading a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna like read a ton for the rest of the day, but I'll probably at least get a little bit more of the book done. Also, the text is really big in the book, which is a little odd. Okay, Robot, say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye. Hello, it is the next day. I did not read any more of the book today at all. Or yesterday, I mean. I did, however, go to a trampoline park, and now am incredibly sore, but I will show you some clips of that because it was very fun. And even if you're an adult, I really recommend that you go do something like that. I very much enjoyed it. I also have listened to a little bit more of the Dune audiobook, and I want to say that I super recommend it if you are interested in reading Dune but have been struggling. I am someone who bought Dune way back when the first movie came out and have avoided reading it due to its length, and I thought that it was really dense, and it really was not like a book I thought that was really for me, and I just kind of bought it because of the hype. But the audiobook is much better. It feels like I'm listening to the movie and just feels like a long podcast. So I would really recommend listening to the Dune audiobook. But I'm just gonna get some reading done this morning, and then later today I'm gonna go to Target to look at Halloween decorations while my boyfriend has an eye appointment, and then I am going to also go stop by a bookstore and hopefully not buy anything because I've just bought a lot of books and have no need to buy anything, but it's only a 20-minute walk from my apartment, so I really would like to go and see it. So yeah, here I'm gonna read, and Robot I guess will be here too, right buddy? We are back from the bookstore. I did end up picking up 4 books, and I'm gonna do a little haul of those tomorrow because I have some books that are coming in online that I purchased as well because I had a gift card. So I'm gonna try to combine those and do a haul of the books I got tomorrow. But I really enjoyed the bookstore. It had such a cute vibe, and I loved that they had so many books where they had staff recommendations. And they also had such an interesting selection of books I don't normally see. So yeah, it was really fun. Now I'm gonna get ready for dinner. We are having those like viral TikTok salmon bowls, but I didn't pre-make the salmon, so I'm making that now. and I'm probably gonna read a little bit more tonight. I want to make some progress in bookshops and bonedust, and then tomorrow morning my boyfriend and I are planning to go to a cafe in the morning and eat breakfast and read at the cafe, so that will be nice as well. So I should have a good chunk of reading done this weekend. So yeah, that's it for now. Hello, good morning. I am too lazy to set up my tripod, but I wanted to let you know that I'm still waiting on some books in the mail, so the haul will be hopefully tonight or maybe tomorrow in the morning. I did get one fall decoration from Target. I got this pumpkin candle, so I think this will be cute. I don't think I'll actually light it. I think it's a decorative candle, but I thought it was very adorable. Other than that, they didn't really have the Halloween setup yet, so that was a bit of a bummer, but I thought the bookstore we went to was really cute. The place was all kind of cluttered and a fun organization. I might have already said that last night, so I apologize for repeating myself. But I got to about page 150 in Bookshops and Bonedust, and I'm starting to really like it. I think I just love a story about people being readers. Reading is obviously such a big part of my life, so I love seeing book characters also read. But yeah, so my boyfriend and I, we're gonna go sit at a cafe and read and eat breakfast and enjoy the sun because it's supposed to be a nice, beautiful day today. So I'll see ya at the cafe. Bye! We just got back from the cafe. Sorry, all the shots on this vlog have been in my kitchen. I just feel like I have always picked up my phone and gotten ready to film when I am doing something in here. But the cafe was really nice. It was so nice to get out on a weekend. I feel like normally I do not have the motivation to get up at 8 in the morning and go do something. They had this huge patio that was open that we could sit in, and the food was actually very good and very reasonably priced, so I think we'll definitely go back. I also read a significant amount of Bookshops and Bonedust. I'll probably finish today or tomorrow, I think, because I've got about 70 pages left. I'm really enjoying it. I just feel like I really love the characters in it, and this is a prequel to Legends and Lattes, so none of the same characters other than the main character are in it. So I'm already feeling oh, I wish these characters came back, and maybe they will somehow in the hopefully following book. Maybe there will be a sequel to Legends and Lattes that features the characters from this book. But I'm already feeling that longingness and missing the main characters in this story. But now I'm gonna get ready to go tubing, and I am making all my friends peanut butter and jellies for the ride because it's about an hour drive from here. And we're going at lunchtime, so I want us to have some food to eat in the car. So I'll show a little bit of doing that, but it's pretty simple. It's peanut butter and jellies. So yeah, see you later. Okay, hello. It is several days since I filmed that last clip. I ended up not filming anything while I was tubing because it was all in the water. I wasn't really sure how I was going to keep my phone safe, and it was just kind of nice to honestly not have my phone and just enjoy the experience and allow myself to truly be in the moment. That being said, I did finish Bookshops and Bonedust. I really enjoyed this book, and I would really recommend if you loved Legends and Lattes. I actually think that I enjoyed the characters in this book even more than I enjoyed the characters in Legends and Lattes. I felt like this town was really the setting that I enjoy in a book. It is a coastal, foggy, misty town. It felt very Pacific Northwest. I spent a year living in the Pacific Northwest, so it brought a lot of nostalgia for me personally, and I really enjoyed it. I think I ended up giving it 4.5 stars because I had a couple little issues with it, but overall I really loved this book. I got through it really quickly. That time that I was in the cafe, I think I read 100 pages, and we were there for I think a little over 2 hours, so very quick for me. But yeah, I would really recommend this book. I also have finished another book that I read literally after I stopped filming for this vlog, and read literally in one day in a very short amount of time. But I'm going to get into that because it's one of the books I hauled. I'm going to try to do this quickly because I have a lot of books. And I also want to say that I don't normally buy books in like a high quantity, and I feel very fortunate and privileged to be able to. I had a large gift card, so a lot of these were purchased via gift card or for low cost. And then I did end up purchasing some books at that bookstore I went to, and that was like the more reckless purchase. But that being said, I'm gonna grab the books and then we'll get into the haul. Alright, just so you can get a sense, this is how many books I hauled. It is 10 books, and I do not normally buy 10 books at a time. I'm normally someone who tries to accumulate my book collection slowly, but these were all books I kind of had my eye on for a long time, and I was really interested in them. So I'm going to briefly try to go over every single one, but I'm going to try to speak quickly because there are a lot of them, and I don't want to bore you with my yapping. One sec. The first book I got was The Ornithologist's Field Guide to Love by India Holton, and I think this cover is so stunning. I actually don't really know what this book is about. I just heard that it was very similar to Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, which I've also not read, but is like so up my alley in terms of books I would enjoy. And I thought it was really beautiful, and it was on sale, so I was interested in picking it up. And I also think it will really fit well with my collection. The next book I got was Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones, which is, of course, the book that inspired Howl's Moving Castle by Studio Ghibli. You'll notice that I have another Studio Ghibli book, or like book that was turned into movie. I am a diehard fan of Studio Ghibli. I grew up with those movies, and I just really think I would enjoy the book. I know a lot of people like swear by this book and even say that it's better than the movie, so I'm really excited to read it, and I'm curious to see what I'll think. Next book I have is also a Studio Ghibli book, which is Kiki's Delivery Service by Aiko Kadono. And Kiki's Delivery Service is my favorite Studio Ghibli of all time. Honestly, like number 2 favorite movie of all time. So I'm really excited to read this. It's super short. I think it's honestly like a middle grade book, but it was also on sale, only like $7. So I'm really excited to pick this one up. And I have a couple thrillers. I have The Pact by Sharon Bolton, which from what I understand is a like thriller where it's like a group of teenagers and people die, and then they make a pact to like kind of keep it secret, and one person takes the blame, and then things happen later on, and they're like time passes and this all goes awry. So I'm really excited to pick this up. I'm gonna try to do some sort of like reading thrillers in October video, so I'll probably try to pick this one up in October. And I also have another thriller / like horror book, which is Mother Thing by Ainsley Hogarth. And I'm really excited for this one. I keep hearing good things about this book, and every time I see this in the store, I'm like so enamored by this cover, and I am just really excited to read this one. I don't know anything about it, and I was asking my friend about it, and they said like go into it not really knowing anything. So I'm really excited to pick this one up, hopefully also in October. And then I think the rest of them are fantasy. Yeah, the rest of my books I have are fantasy. So I have Pure Nessie by Susanna Clark. I saw that Ashlyn and her husband on YouTube were really recommending this book, and I've heard it's like kind of like a more literary fantasy, very classical, lyrical writing, and I'm very excited to read this. I feel like this will be a book I can kind of take my time with. Maybe I'll pick it up near the end of the year because it kind of is giving me like winter vibes. But yeah, you can even see on the front, destined to become a work of classic fantasy. So you can tell that this is like definitely getting some high praise, and I am really excited for it, and I think the cover is really so stunning. So I wanted to have it on my bookshelf. And then I've decided to really undertake something that I think may or may not be a mistake, which is I want to start Discworld. So I have The Color of Magic by Terry Pratchett, which is the first book in I believe a 41 book series, which is a fantasy series, and I'm really excited for it. They're all really short, and they had the whole thing in the bookstore, but I wasn't about to pick up 41 books. I'm not that crazy, but I wanted to try it and see what I think. And I know Terry Pratchett is like normally discussed as like one of the great fantasy writers. So I'm really excited for this. I think it'll also be a book I'm going to try to pick up this year, but we'll see. It might have to wait till 2025 because I have a huge list of things I want to get to this year. And then I have The Book of Doors by Gareth Brown. I have been seeing this book everywhere. I feel like everyone keeps talking about it. And I think the inside, ignore the bookmark, is so stunning. Like, that is such a fun little inside to a book. And I also really enjoy the cover as well. But I've heard that a lot of people are saying, like, this is one of their picks for fantasy of the year. I think that this came out this year. And I think the cover is so fun, and I'm really excited for a silly, fun fantasy. And then I have Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinniman. And I literally cannot emphasize to you how much I love this book. This book was the book that I talked about earlier that I hauled and read in a single day. And when I finished this book, I literally looked on Amazon to see if I would buy the second book. I'm going to hold off because I have a lot of other books to read, but like, I'm so eager to read this entire series. I enjoyed book 1 so much. This is such a fun read. It feels very much the same tone of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So if you enjoy like that silly sci-fi where, you know, it's like self-aware and not afraid to make fun of itself, I think you will enjoy this so much. And I like, this is a perfect book to me. I know that some people say like they're 6-star reads. I would call this like a 6-star read. I cannot recommend this book enough. And I also think this is such a fun, silly cover. And I was looking at book 2 and it seems like they all kind of have this theme of the pinks and the yellows and the black. So I cannot wait to pick up the next book. And this is probably my favorite book I have on my shelf, honestly, right now. Other than like my top of all time. My last book I have is The Will of the Many by James Islington. And this book I keep hearing about as well. It's like a dark academic book with fantasy elements, and I feel like everyone loves the magic school trope for good reason. So I think I'm actually gonna pick this up really soon because I want to read books about back to school, because this next week after Labor Day is typically when, for where I am, schools go back, and I also work at school, and that's the week we go back. So I'm very excited to pick this up and read this, and I think it will be really good. And I also think this is such a fun cover. So yeah, that's all the books I hauled. I know that was a lot, and I hope I didn't yap too much about them. But yeah, that was so fun to be able to do that and pick up that many books. And I'm really excited. I'm probably going to try to not buy any books in September and just make my way through some of those and some of the other books I have on my shelf, because I don't want to accumulate too many without ensuring that I have space for them and that I'm actively going to read them. But yeah, that's it for my vlog. I really appreciate you guys watching and sticking around. And if you enjoyed this, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I look forward to making another book video. Thanks so much. Bye.